Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, you folks, I'm playing for you series videos I do for the while. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff. Then, folks, I'm gonna talk about stuff. I'm gonna let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not gonna lie, I had to travel a little bit to make this whole thing happen, but we'll get to that. Anyway. At the time I'm doing this, folks, super simple format. I'm going to go over there, I'm going to try out food and or drink items. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm going to yammer out about it. Whilst I'm doing that, I'm inside my truck. Whilst I'm inside my truck, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I like to highlight my super cool shirt. Super cool shirt am I wearing today? Boom! It's my GoBots Battle of the Rock Lords shirt. I've worn this one in plenty of reviews at this point, but I'm still going to yammer on about it because I fucking love the GoBots. GoBots are super neat. They were a competitor to Transformers. They debuted around the same time. GoBots actually kind of beat them out in America. And for a little while, there was a little bit of a rivalry between the two, until eventually Transformers really kind of took hold of the whole damn thing. And obviously, they've been far more successful since, you know, we don't have live-action versions of GoBots movies. Thankfully, fucking Michael Bay and his dumbass. Sorry, if you enjoy the Michael Bay movies, that's fine. I've come to terms with the fact that some people enjoy those films, and that's okay. I do not. But I do love some GoBots, and I love the classic Transformers. In fact, I like a lot of the different versions of the Transformers, not just the classics, but not the Michael Bay stuff. But I do love me some GoBots, and so, GoBot shirt. Anyway, what am I trying for y'all, folks? What are we doing here? Why was a little bit of a trek? Well, the next couple of reviews that I'm going to do are the main reason why I came out this way, but I had to stop off somewhere nearby, and I found this, so, boom! We're reviewing, it is, can we get a thing? It is Hillbilly Classic Lemonade. Born country, raised outdoors, 100% pure cane sugar. Can we get a thing? Yeah. Okay. It's got a little thing. We started Hillbilly brand. They go back and forth as to whether it's one word or two. Sure, why not? We started Hillbilly brand by selling t-shirts from the back of a truck and have grown into a premier outdoor lifestyle brand. Okay? We created the brand because we wanted to give people who enjoy the country lifestyle a way to express themselves. Okay? Our products represent that lifestyle and the people who live it every day. Everyone has a little hillbilly in them. Find yours. 100% cane sugar. That's pretty much the whole thing of it. So, I like lemonade. I've never heard of this particular brand. They had a bunch of other stuff too, so, but I figured, we'll start with the lemonade and maybe go from there. Maybe. I will say this, when they talk about there being a little bit of hillbilly in everybody, I know exactly where mine comes from, because I have family in Alabama. Oh, yeah. Anyway, let's open this up. It's good, right? Yeah, it's good. Now, when I go in for a lemonade, I want it to be sweet, but I want it to still have a tang. I want it to have personality. You know, I'm a little bit worried this is going to be a bit too homogenized for that, but we'll see. I'm not in a good part of town. That's like the third siren I've fucking heard go by me. Jesus. It's very okay. You know what? Now, okay, I'll give it a little bit more than that. I'll say it's like a C+. It's a little bit better than dead even. I mean, the balance on the sweetness and the tanginess isn't terrible. I'll say that much. Problem is that there's not much personality to it. It's a very bog standard tasting lemonade. There's, you know, you've got your sweetness. You do have a little bit of a tanginess, not as much as I would personally like, but then at the same time, because you don't have a lot of sweetness either. So, I mean, I mean, it's not bad. Let me emphasize that. It's definitely not a bad lemonade. I think I got this at Big Lots. I think I paid $2 for the thing. I don't know if it's worth $2, if I'm honest with you. I kind of feel like this is more $1 to $1.50. And maybe that's just splitting hairs, you know, it's not a significant thing, but like, if I'm gonna grab some lemonade while I'm out and about, as I've been known to do, I want to grab some good-ass lemonade. You know, I've done reviews for, like, Calypso lemonade, a number of their flavors. I love Calypso. It's fantastic. And I think I've done a couple other ones, too. I can't think of it off the top of my head. But for this one, it's perfectly all right, but it's just that. It's not leaving much of an impact. It's just very okay. But in that regard, it does have a decent taste for what it is, but decent is about where it hits. And then, kind of moving beyond that, you know, it's a lemonade. It doesn't taste heavy or anything like that. It doesn't have any weird aftertaste, so okay. It tastes refreshing, which a lemonade should. But again, it's that whole thing. It's one of the things, it's a problem you run into where it's like, okay, it's not quite good enough to really be something particularly good. It's not quite bad enough to be particularly bad. It really is somewhere dead in the middle. I would say, like I said, I think it's a little bit better than just plain average, but not by a great margin. Like, it was definitely one of those things where it's like, you know, I feel like it was one of those situations where, like, the teacher was like, well, it could be between a C and a C+. Yeah, we'll be nice to him, give him a C+. It's that kind of thing. But it's not bad. It's just a little bit meh, you know? And, like, unfortunately, the problem is like, lemonade should always be special, I feel. And so when it is a little bit meh, it's like, you know, it kind of brings the whole thing down. It's not a bad lemonade, though. I will say that. It's just, as I've continued to say it, it's lacking in personality. You know, there's just not enough oomph one way or another. It's just lemonade. That's fine. Does it have a thing? It's got fucking 52 grams of sugars. And then it has another 52 grams of added sugars. That's a lot of sugar for this thing to taste the way that it does. Yeah. I mean, two questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? No. It's just, again, I'll say this. If it's available and it's what's available to you, sure. It's not terrible or anything like that. But there's just way better lemonades out there, you know? And like I said, get yourself some Calypso, you know, if that's available to you. There's some other brands I just can't think of off the top of my head. But yeah, I mean, it's not terrible, but yeah, man, I want to be positive. That's why I'm struggling here, because I'm like trying to search for the best aspects of it, and it's like, it really just keeps coming back to, well, it's not terrible. If I were going to recommend it to somebody, like I said, I wouldn't, because it's not a terrible thing, but it's underwhelming, you know. It's an okay lemonade. If you can get it for $1, I think you're perfectly within price range. I think if you're paying $2 for it, you're paying a little bit too much for it. That's just my personal takeaway. But anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental rest of the month, stupendous rest of your folks. If you go over there, have yourselves a truly proper lemonade-tastic rest of your life. And maybe for you, maybe this is your favorite lemonade. Maybe it's, that's proper lemonade to you. That's perfectly all right. I ain't shitting on anybody's taste. It's just, it doesn't perfectly suit mine. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do can't do all the time. I know I can't do all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Especially when you're fucking doing a goddamn review and there's just sirens going off all around. Like, what the fuck? Like, is it War of the Worlds shit or something? Like, why? I mean, I hope everybody's okay. Goddamn. But when we run into situations that are stressful, frustrating, etc., it's part we go over there, take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe you're going to go over there. Maybe it is a War of the Worlds type situation. And maybe before I can even go over there and finish doing this review, there'll be just a beam of energy that'll just cut through my car and wipe me out. And then it'll be like, oh no, Brandon went over there and got wiped out. And then my phone will keep provided it hasn't been destroyed as well. But it'll keep going for a while, you know, until eventually it just stops recording, because that's what it'll do. And then this will be my epitaph, you know, just me going over there yammering on about some fairly mundane fucking lemonade in my car. That'll be my legacy. Or conversely, maybe don't watch War of the Worlds. No one needs to watch War of the Worlds. Wasn't there like an older one that was supposed to be good? I think I saw that when I was younger, and I think I liked it, but it's been a long time. Maybe go read the story that it's based on or something. I don't know. Read some Philip K. Dick stuff. His stuff is typically good. Fucking androids dream of electronic sheep? That's where we got Blade Runner. Yeah, Scanner Darkly, which I personally love. The science fiction stuff is good. Bye.